up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day, another dance-specific conversation, and this time with a man with many names. Some people call him Mr. Sexy Chocolate. Some people call him Mr. from 1 pair to 250 pairs real quick. Other people call him King of the North. Some people call him Márcio Snow, but we all know him as Márcio Ratinho. God damn it, round of applause for you, my brother. Welcome. How you feel?
Good, fam. Feel good.
For you guys who don't know, Márcio was the first dancer who really trusted the method that I was trying to develop back in 2017 was the first time we got together. And without Márcio, there would be no such thing as dance-specific training, nor be fitness center. We wouldn't have that hope we had or nothing. But let's talk a little bit about, because I know our story. I know we started in 2017, November, but I want to hear your version of it. How was dancing before we met? Let's start there, just a few years before we met.
So, I moved to Norway in 2016.
16, you came to Norway.
Yeah. I dropped my bags basically in May at Stu's place, and then I traveled the whole summer.
Yeah. Did you still take it?
I just dropped my stuff. I left Denmark in May 16, and I dropped my stuff at Stu's place, and I traveled during the whole summer, and I back to Oslo last 2 weeks of August. So I got apartment the 1st of September 2016. So that is the official date of me living in Oslo. So before that dance, like, to be honest, like deep inside, like not what people would see, but what inside, behind the curtains, dance was bad.
Interesting.
Because I come from like a really personal situation, so I was really sad, no motivation, pain in the knee, like I was really bad.
But in the public eye, you were winning all these battles.
Like in the public eye, I wasn't even competing that much. I was more like teaching. I had the luck that the battles that I did before and the way I am, I could always keep the work wave going on. You know, like at least twice a month I would have an event. You know, like not often I would be empty the whole month.
Yeah.
Like something happened every month, but deep inside, no, I was really off. I was really off because the last big event that I really did was in 2014. It was just the book.
How long did you? How far did you get there?
Semi-final, top 4.
Simple.
Yeah,
Always.
so it was dope. So that was the first time they made Bataja dance, and then that on just the book. So after that I was okay. 2014 was a good year. 2015, everything changed. Everything went down. But of course, in public eye was always Márcio can work. Some people close to me would know that I had some personal issues.
Yeah, I remember.
You know, but before that, 2016, I moved to Norway. I started to walk a little bit, you know, on my foot. We would spend time, you know. I was even running away of practice with you.
I remember.
Because like I went to practice with Miyako. You know, we went to the gym a couple of times, and you would say like, come practice with me, and I knew like a couple of closer friends would practice with you, but you know, like everybody would say would be far away, and so I would have an excuse. So I was just hiding somehow, not hiding, not putting the efforts. Like, no, he asked me to practice, but yeah, I already practiced. But I went to the gym. It's just 5 minutes away from home. I don't have to take a bath.
You gotta come to life.
Go for 40 minutes, cross the whole city to go to the gym to practice for training. So yeah, it is a big change of not just my dance, but like the way I am as a person. You know, like my life have a lot of key moments and key people they still are with me, you know, like in my career. That's why, like, compared with certain people, I say to people, like, I didn't want any big major event, but if you look the way I set up my things in dance, I'm pretty supported as a dancer.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah, no, definitely.
So like some dancers they work with the agency and stuff like that. I have the blast that I have a manager, you know, like, and it's not that the manager is going to be walking around and trying to find job, but someone that actually is there manage me and as a businessman, like, manage me as a personal way, you know, like I have a coach, you know, like I can call someone and talk, like you're my coach, and then so I have a gym, a place, lifestyle that have a door open for me.
Yeah, you get
like,
sponsored.
I have Rob and Annette and Puma to give me the support. So I kind of got these people in my life that would give me this support to keep pushing my career as a dancer. That before I didn't realize as much I could take it out. You know, like.
But did that come? When did you feel that switch? Because I remember when the first time we trained together, I knock on your door. Danny's opening. You're still sleeping. It's like I'm coming in, like, yo, we're gonna train, bro. When did that change happen? Of like, you know, going from here to here. When did that change happen? Because you had managers before. You had Annette and Rolf and Puma before.
Like, I saw, like, you already saw that training helps you to get better. You know, it wasn't something new, you know, but one thing is to have the people that really wants to help you to do this. You know, like,
definitely.
Sometimes you want to do it, but it's hard to do alone. And I understand when people say like, oh, it's really hard to do alone. You know, but I would say like, if you don't start to do alone, then the help doesn't come. I believe that I had to do that couple of times with Nyako. I have to go that couple of times alone for you to realize that, oh, actually, like, he's been doing this, like, just
he actually wants it.
He wants it. He just doesn't know. Maybe is embarrassed to come to train with me. Whatever it is in Márcio's mind, you know, like. But you saw something. I want to believe on that. You know, like, I believe that you have to go through the struggle. So then the door is gonna open. You know.
100%.
So
I think that's very true when it comes
so
to
that for me was like, he's a b-boy, Munir. He already posed like specific training, like and then he won BC1. So it wasn't something new. The new thing was the fact that you went to the door, like, and you say like, let's do this. When in the other times, I would find my own schedule. I would listen like YouTube. But it's different when you have someone that says.
You didn't have any structure. Like I remember the way you trained before. Like there was no structure to it.
I would go to the gym, do the normal exercises that you see like on the internet, like everybody.
There's some bodybuilding shit.
You go to the machine to do this because you're gonna get a chest. Okay, you go to this machine. You know, like that's the basic thing. Like
exactly.
And then you feel like you're training because you're using the machines. You kind of say you're training, but at the end of the day, you are doing things.
Man, I remember coming home.
It's better than nothing.
Definitely, of course. Every reason to start is good enough reason, or whatever you're doing is, even if it's Zumba, you know what I mean. Like, just go for it. Man, I remember walking to your place with the kettlebell, like a 16-kilo kettlebell. Like I carried it from my home. We were walking with it like this. Like
I was thinking you wasn't serious, fam. It's like, in life you have people that are always gonna say like, yo, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna do this. Like, I was. Probably in some people's life, I was that guy that like, oh, I'm coming, and then I didn't show up. You know what I mean? Like, so everybody have their bad, and I assume my bad when it's my moment. But I know that you're a serious guy, but that week and the way we live, you know, like the way my life was set up in that period, I wasn't thinking that you would come at 8:30 in the morning to practice for me. Like, so for me it was like, oh man, you're serious, you know, like, oh, it's like, this shit is for real, you know what I mean, like, it's happening, because it would be really bad from my side to don't practice, even if I was lazy, bro. I didn't want to practice, but just the respect that you have for someone actually wake up, put that type of effort, and you know that, like, first of all, this is this person's job, this person makes money with this, so this person might be losing money just to be there with you.
But it was also such a perfect moment for both of us. It's like you really wanted to go for it, and I really wanted someone to try everything I was learning. and like everything I was learning and everything I had in my mind, I'm like, I got to try it. I need an athlete, I need a dancer who's going after it. And I think the answer is always here. Like the answer is always here, because I've been at your place for so many weeks before that happened. Like every Wednesday I was there.
That was a year, you know. Yeah. I moved in 2016, so it took a year to realize. But at the same time, I think that year was good for me to figure out, because I instead of to say I wanted, I would say I needed. I actually needed like someone that would sit down and have faith in my dance, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't more than just dance. I needed a friendship. I needed a
mentor,
motivator, a mentor. Like,
it's like all of it.
It's not just the people that go. Like, I appreciate the people that go to my Instagram, to my Facebook, and give me love, and they're always gonna be like, thank you so much. Like, you spend five seconds of your life to give me love, man. I appreciate. I wish you the best. But it's different when you have someone that actually just want to make you the best. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you watching the movies, and I can say like I had my movie moment. Like, you was a coach. If we look outside, it's not me and you, but if we look to what happened to us, was like, yo, I believe it. You still can do it. Like, but do you want to do? Do you think? Because before we start, you asked me like, do you miss doing competitions?
Yeah.
How do you feel? Like, it wasn't just like you go compete or you're gonna get better. It's like, what do you want to do?
Yeah. What's your goal? Like what's your end game? Yeah, that's what.
Why do you even start to go to the gym? And on that process, I was like, I want to do like this guy. I need this, but I can do it. I just need someone that believes in this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So that was the difference. That is the main difference. A dance that was really good, but now I'm a pro athlete. I try to treat myself as best as possible as a pro athlete, without never forget that what I do is the art of dance.
Yeah.
But I do prepare my body.
It's so powerful, and I keep saying it. Like, we spent the Saturday this weekend with Márcio, where he was teaching an hour outside Barcelona for 3 hours, running over his dance-specific training program. And the biggest difference between you and 99.9% of professional dancers, the way I see it, is that you're approaching it consciously as a professional athlete. It's like, no, I'm an athlete, but I'm also doing art. Like, I'm an artistic athlete. So in combination with both, like, one doesn't exclude the other. Like, you need both. But then again, it all comes down to how bad you want it.
Yeah, and is how do you put your craft? Because it is around the world. It is all this dance specific trainings. It is like people have been doing this. But what I would say that at my training and our training, like, we prioritize what you want to do with your dance and what you want to do with your body. It's not like you're gonna be like the fitness person on this. You know?
Right, that's not the point.
We just want to make sure that you feel better with your art of dance. But mainly while you do this, you don't damage your body.
Yeah. You know? And you're the best you're the best when it comes to, until today, you're the best prototype. Like, you have chronic knee injury.
I still have pain today.
Until today, like, you still have pain, and you could, like, I remember before Matthew, you had zero range of motion. Like, you couldn't squat deep. Now you're breaking like a crazy person. It's like, I'm so glad. I get so happy when I see it.
Now, like, the pain, with my problem, the pain was that if I do too much, I have pain. But if I don't do, my muscle doesn't grow, it doesn't develop. So was to be conscious, you know, like, one thing is to be just good, the other thing is to be conscious. I was in Russia with Nyako, and we talk about that, like, if I'm conscious that I have a knee issue, that doesn't mean that I cannot go down on the floor and still use my knee.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like,
it doesn't exclude it. Like,
no,
you just gotta find a way.
Some people that doesn't have a hand, they still get down dope. You know, like, so what would be my excuse?
Exactly.
I just have to be conscious enough to figure out what is the best way to don't keep damage my body. You know, doesn't exist right or wrong. Is this that is a lack of understanding how you're gonna do certain things.
100%.
So the training. I have to be focused and to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
And by doing this, I understand. Okay, I can do this without damage, but I still can go down.
Yeah.
No, like, instead of to use this muscle, I have to build a little bit more this muscle to balance this. Everything is about balance. I still have pain. I still have a long way to build this little muscle, but that doesn't stop the fact that I'm getting stronger, faster, better. But I would say I enjoy more. Like
that's the thing, man. When your body gets so much stronger, because you can do so much more, so you start to enjoy your dancing on a completely new level.
Yeah.
But you, like you're saying, you were just in Russia, like you live in Norway, now in Barcelona, Lord knows where you're going to Canada, like Lord knows where you're going. You go to Denmark every week. Like how do you, so I'm very glad that we started with home training. Like I'm very glad we started with body weights, few resistant bands, and we had a portable kettlebell. But how do you train now when you're out traveling this much? Like I know, but how do you do it?
So it's, some of the trips was really, in the beginning of the trips was really hard to balance. Like even I lost weight. I was bigger before, because sometimes like hip hop is a culture. Like you travel. I'm not the guy that go often at all to the parties and now, but like you finish the event late, go talk with people, you still end up sleeping at 2 a.m. Even if you don't go to the party. But habits, the warm-ups, like good habits, hard to have, easy to lose them.
Easy to lose them.
But I know that I need to do this.
Yeah.
I know basics. I need to do the basics. So every class that I teach, I go through the basics. Yeah. But in the end of the day, it's a practice for me, but it's a practice for the people.
It's good for everyone.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win. So my classes start to build structure on like what do I need somehow, But like I'm really flexible. I try to ask people. I like to give you the first 3 minutes, 4 minutes of the class to people just to warm up their body the way they want, like just to feel. I play a track and like just to feel, and then we go to my way.
Exactly.
Because of course, that the way that we're stretching, we try to be general comfortable for everybody, but of course we go through to the things that we're more comfortable, we need. But I try to structure that like every beginning of my classes. My students in Denmark, they have a routine. I don't even need to do nothing. They arrive in the class, they
know what to do.
They know what to do. They do 10 laps, they do 10 squats, they do 10 burpees. Like they do abs, push-ups. They have sequences, like it's already set up for them.
That's perfect, man. Yeah, structure equals freedom, man. Like if you do that, it's just gonna.
So they don't need to arrive in the class and be waiting for me to start or anything. No. They arrive, they take it off. Like do your 10 laps. You don't need to rush. Take your time.
Yeah.
And then we start. Everybody. There's no competition. Everybody know the process, but everybody have their own time to do the process. It's like
so important, man. It's so good that you're doing it, and like you're teaching people to be proactive. Like or you're teaching dancers how to be proactive. You know what to do. These are your standards.
Yeah, I want my students to. I want as a teacher, I just want them to have an idea, like just to, at least the idea of be able to see 2 different ways.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
Like everything that happened, watching 2 ways, watching this way and watching this way.
Yeah.
As a teacher, I always say to them, like, try to do this.
Perfect. It's like, I love it. I love that you're doing that to them. But you've been, for me, what's the difference and what exemplifies you is your ear. Because I remember when we were privileged enough to train together at the Lifestyle by Fonogreporten, and we just went to, because we could control the music there, so we could train any track we wanted on loud quality sound while training. But it was your ear that was surprised. Like first of all your work ethic, but your ear was just beyond for me. I don't know how you listen to music, but whenever you come down to the ground, you're so strong, but you still, like now you're so strong, but you still keep everything on the beat and on the rhythm, and you're constantly grooving inside of it. How do you practice your ear? Is that a practice you go? Do you practice? Do you approach that as a practice, or do you just listen to music randomly? Like you're DJing also.
Yeah. Like then we go like the question would be like, what that means, like what do we call practice? Stay sitting and look in front of the computer and write down about music and stuff like that, like and practice a set. once in a while, you know, like because in the end of the day, I have to teach too, you know, like so. I don't just want to throw away. Oh, listen this, listen this, listen this. I have to again. It's funny because if you listen to the word structure, it might like look like you put like bars.
Yeah.
But it's bars that I call like more. They have mobility.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like it's these bars they mold to everything. You know, like so you structure, but they always gonna, if they have to get bigger, they go bigger. They have to go small, they go smaller. But still structure. So you have to have a structure. So I spend time to listen music. I watch like on YouTube like beatboxing, producers talking. You know, like I try to educate myself because as a dancer, when we start dancing, not often we have teachers that spend time to talk about music. You know, so I start to get old. I start to realize, yo man, even to now, it's no more about just move my body. I need to learn how to listen my ears. Like
that's a craft by itself.
you know, and this is nothing to do with that. Like all of that, what I'm gonna do that, I'm not dancing. I have to sit and read. You know, like history of music. Cause
pay attention.
You know, like because then you're gonna understand like okay, why blues and jazz, like the rhythm, like the vibration. You know, like the sounds. Because I start to think like okay, when I dance, I can hear the accents, but the singers they have melody. You know, like if she can or him can put a higher note with the voice, I can put a higher note in the movement. You know, like the challenge is no more just kill the beat. The challenge is how much can you develop the beat. You know, like how high can you extend them. You know, the vibration of the beat. Like the sound have like 3 layups. So how many layups have your movement? You know, like can you break down the same simple movement? Because it's one voice, so it's one movement. She can break down that voice 3 times. Can you break down your movement 3 times? You know,
dancers need to pay attention. Also, when somebody's talking about dance and music like that, it's like I gotta stop my dance practice to go and focus on my ear and focus on how I hit accents and how I break down for the singer's voice when it breaks down. Like you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention to this dancer.
Because you think like producers spend time to make music. You know, like it's so many hours. Sometimes a little. But if you really think, you only dance in the sofas. You know, like. But I don't think you would be happy with that. You spend 10 hours doing the work and people don't even appreciate the 10 hours that you do because they just use it. This is this. And you think like, yo, I spend 5 hours to find this African rhythm, to try to masterize with this type of classic music. You know, like,
but you guys are still
hitting the 1 and 4.
But
it is something deeper inside that. So I start to spend time on like try to understand like okay, because of course like one of the guys that helped me to understand and listen music was Stu, like DJ Stu. He said to me like, okay, you dance hip hop, but what is the fundamental of rhythm of hip hop? It's boom clap, but like what is boom clap? Is what? It's hi hat. What is the name of that instrument?
It's hi hat and snare.
You have the cymbal. You know, like you have so many instrumentals. Like so, as a teacher, you can find new ways to teach your kids. Oh, you can dance on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can dance on the high note. You can dance on the melody. You know, please dance only on the snare. Please dance only on the cymbal. Please dance only on the hi-hat. Dance only on the organs. You know, like on the piano. It's so many ways to speak about dancing and music to our students. But we only gonna teach like dance on 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, boom ka, boom ka. It's dope. I was like that, you know what I mean? Like nothing wrong with that.
Beautiful beginning.
It's beautiful beginning, but everything have evolution. We're not changing like the basic. We're just adding more. I always gonna be like the basic is that. I always gonna have to teach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it is another world deeper than that. And so if the musicians go deeper, if the producers go deeper, if the beat makers go deeper, we as a audience. As a teachers, as an audience, we have to listen better.
Yeah,
as a teacher, you have to listen better to teach better. As a dancer, you have to listen better to dance better. in the end of the day, we all have to get better, to appreciate better. You know?
Facts. And that goes for any dance style.
Any dance
style. So if you're a dancer and you're wondering how you're gonna practice your musicality, you stop this video and you play back 30 seconds because Márcio just gave you all the keys if you paid a little bit attention to it.
Go study.
Go study.
I'm still go study. You know, like go ask people. Like if you have a friend that plays piano, I mean that's dope people.
Yeah.
A friend that drums. You know, like go there. If you have someone that dance step. You know, like from 1 to 2. Tap dancers can make a music on that between 1 and 2. 1, 2, they 1 2. Like it's so much information that we
don't care.
We don't care.
We just ignore it.
And the end of the day is like, can you apply this in the battle for the people that want battle? Of course you can. Can you apply this in your life? Of course. It's like it's information. Like too much information that you don't process. Of course it's bad, but take your time. Like it's. Smoke, take your time. It's a long dinner.
Alright guys, so now we've been running over musicality, and if you guys want to learn more, Márcio, we're gonna come up with his first online course, footwork, musicality. What more spiciness we find there? What's the next for you? What's the next in line for you, my brother?
Next in line. Keep pushing Márcio Snow.
The true king of the north.
Yeah, you know, I feel in shape, so I want to do more. Like, but of course I want to do more videos. Like, throw away some content that there's not just dance related, because I don't want people just to think I'm just dancing all the time. There's more things with music, you know. But the dancing program, it's really like my major thing. Like. The bomb, like
focus on the dancing program.
Yeah, and on a dancing program is to help people. Because more I travel, more I believe that people want to practice, but they don't know how to practice, and then they lost the motivation.
Yeah.
And then they stop dancing. And so I would say the program have levels. You know. So the first level is more to any person that just want to move a little bit, do something. But if you want to step it up, if you want some guidance, you have the next level, and helps to give a structure. Of course, it's just guidelines.
Yeah,
you get eventually. It's guidelines. You know, like I mean, like if you don't want to do, or like if you do it, that doesn't mean you're gonna be the best. I don't want to like do my program and you're gonna be the best hip hop dancer in the world. Like you're gonna dance like Michael Jackson. Not at all. Not at all. I would say do my dance program if you want some help in your structure. You know, like if you want to have this extra help that I needed too, because what I need was a structure support, and what we and what I'm offering is even if you take my class, you don't go to the class and you're just gonna learn something. No, a combination of steps that I practiced yesterday night. There's nothing wrong with that, but I want to give you more. I want to make sure that you go home with something that you can develop.
But then, end of the day, it still comes down to like, you got to put your own twist to it.
Yes.
You got to put in the hours by yourself.
Yes.
There's no way around it.
It's how much you want. You know, like you. When did you left Oslo?
2000, a year ago, pretty much, exactly.
A year ago.
Yeah.
You know, like if we look on.
August 2018. Sorry.
If we just look at my life a year ago, it's different. It's already like a big change, because I lost a coach. So I lost that support. But what I didn't lose was the habit.
Facts.
But do I miss having you, man, every day? You know, like I'm blessed that Robin is there. You're amazing, like and coach, you know, like, and the rest of the people in lifestyle, like, thank you so much forever. It's like, but it is different. Like we have a relationship. You my homie before. Like you're that homie that was with me when I didn't have any pair of sneakers.
Yeah, that's why I say Mr. One, Mr. Zero. You know, Mr. One pair to 250.
So of course, when I go there, like what makes me keep going is the memory. You know, like sometimes I'm there and I feel tired. I just think like, if Sebe was here, I have to do one more round. You know, like and of course, everything, the rest is similar, you know, like it's just physical presence, you're not there, but the rest is, everything is there.
Yeah, I mean, we still talk on the phone.
Yeah, and
the
the people is there, so it's more like, okay, I can do it.
Exactly.
I can do it. Of course, I lack a little bit because I don't have Sebe to say to me like, today you have to come even when I'm lazy. I can skip. You know, perfect. But before, because the coach is there, you have to go there. Now the coach not there. What do you have? Is the habit. I have the habit. Now I got used to, you know, like I have to do the habit of doing, to know that like I have someone. In the end of the day, it is not coaching me physically, but I know what you're gonna say to me. You know?
One more.
Yeah, one more. You know, like I know when I'm there alone, I picture, like I spend a lot of times close my eyes, you know, like
visualizing.
Yeah. Sometimes people at home might think I'm crazy because I'm just like, but like I have a lot of times that I picture what you my coach say to me. You know, like even in the battles, like if you are my back, because I know you as a person, you're my coach. What you're gonna say to me? You know, like, and many times it's certain things that you repeat. It's like you don't have to be scared. It's nothing to prove. Just do you. You know, like it's not crazy tips. It's just small things. So I keep doing, and I memorize, and that's why I was able to do for this 1 year. Of course, I miss the company, but the habit. So for any person, they just need is this fire.
Exactly. Giving them that little there. You just told me you want to go there. Perfect. With the help of my program, with the help of let me guide you to get there. You might get there by yourself, but it's gonna take a heck of a longer time to get there. You can't drive from here to Oslo without a GPS. But if you have the GPS, I promise you it's gonna go faster.
You can take your time, you know what I mean? Like some people go fast, some people go slower, but as long as that we all know a little bit what is the destination, you know, like makes much easier. So for me it's just that like the destination, it's clear, like 2020, we're back on track. It's not like we'll have to track.
But it's just the mindset of like, I'm back on track again.
And we're dropping bombs, you know, like
coming ready.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see King's Room coming?
Yeah, we come. It's not like even to finish this, like I saw this Netflix Rhythm and Flow. It was this guy called D Smoke. He went to the TV show.
That's where D Smoke is from.
He went to the TV show like super ready about what it is and what he wants to do. But watching that guy is like give me just an extra spark, because I feel the same. But watching a guy on the TV is like, okay, you know what? And he plays, and that's how I'm gonna leave the conversation. This Smoke say everything. Eat, smoke, take your time, it's a long dinner. Eat, smoke, take your time, it's a long dinner. You know, like
it's a marathon.
We're not rushing here, and
but we're sprinting.
Yeah,
we're not rushing, but
not rushing, but we're sprinting. We go strong and fast. Yeah,
facts, brother.
Thank you.
Facts,
I appreciate it.
Facts, brother.
My coach.
Alright, for anybody who's interested in learning more, contact Márcio on his Instagram at
Márcio Ratinho.
And make sure to pay attention. His course is gonna come up on Be Fit and Essential. We're gonna make tons of advertisements, so you're not gonna miss it. I love making these dance specific conversations, especially when there is with the homies. Remember, as always, by dancers for dancers, and we see you in the next video.
Thank you so much, Bomba Clack. And don't forget, I would be being here if he wasn't this guy. So all these physical things, please go double check with him. Like, you know me, I dance. The boss is here. God bless you, Bomba Clack.
See you in the next video.